Hey Libra, welcome to your weekly forecast for November 18th through the 24th. We're going to check in here, see what's happening with this deck here for the week, and then we're going to pull a spirit message for you from that deck there. Let's jump right on in, my darlings, and see what's happening for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the week ahead. We've had some really major heavy moon energy the past few months, and so even people who aren't typically sensitive to moon energy might be feeling it, might be picking it up. And this last particular one was a bit of a doozy. So let's see how it might be affecting you guys, what all may be coming up for you. Monday, Tuesday for Libra. Wednesday, Thursday for Libra. And Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for Libra. And as always, those of you who are like me, you love all the different card decks. I always have the links in the description to the video if you want to get them for yourself, if you're a collector like I am. Alrighty, my dears. So you have for the week ahead, your first card, 5 of Swords, Libra. You are going to have to be a teensy bit cautious this week ahead, because 5 of Swords for me is a card when there's definitely possibility of conflict. Okay, I'm gonna try to turn my light up here. This is kind of dark. When I see 5 of Swords, it tells me there's potential here for a situation that could get a little bit out of hand. You could end up with a situation where it ends up being like burning bridges, right? Like you could have a little situation that could escalate and become a big deal. So chances are, Libra, this is something that's been bugging you for a while, and you've been trying to play it cool. Like, oh, well, let me not be dramatic. Let it slide. I can be cool about it, you know. And it happens and happens and happens, and after like the 50th time, you're like, ah, you know, like you can't deal with it anymore. So the lesson here, moral of the story, is to speak up in that moment, like, you know, before you lose it, to be able to say, hey, you know, this isn't fair, or this kind of bugged me, or can we do this a different way? Another thing too is you might be getting triggered. Someone or something might be triggering you. So when you find yourself getting angry and wanting to say something, maybe step away for a little bit and work through it. Why is this upsetting me? Why is this making me so mad? What is it that's getting triggered in me? And then see what you can just kind of heal and release on your own, so that you can go back and talk to this person in a calm kind of way. You know, Libra, you all kind of have this reputation for being very fair, very balanced, very logical, being able to see both sides of the story. So by nature, for a lot of you, that comes very natural to you, right? So just take a moment and just kind of step aside and look at the situation of, why is this upsetting me so much? How much of this is this person that I'm mad at? And how much of this is that this person is triggering me about things I'm mad about somewhere else? This is a really big gift, because this can help work through some blocks or some triggers and things that maybe have been negatively influencing you, so that you're able to get those out of the way. Okay, but watch your words, Libra, because you might say something later that you can't take back. Okay, just know that and be aware of that Monday, Tuesday. Your Wednesday, Thursday card, you have Knight of Pentacles. So it feels to me, I think this is what's happening. I think the argument's about money. That's what I think it is. I think somebody's coming around and making you feel, Libra, like you're not pulling your weight, or you're not doing enough. Like somebody's coming in and they're just kind of acting like you should be doing more, or you're not contributing enough, or you should have been making more, or you should have been somewhere else by now. And you're just like, you're so sick of it. You're so over it. Like you're just kind of wanting to go off on that person. I'll tell you this, Libra. When this happens, maybe take a step where you're stepping aside, calming yourself down, then going back and talking to this person. But take it as a good sign. Take it as a good sign, especially with Knight of Pentacles coming up here in the middle of the week. I feel like there are people that feel like you are coming up right now. that you're coming into a better financial situation, that things are improving for you. And maybe someone feels a little bit entitled. They feel like, oh, well, Libra, you know, I was here back then when you didn't have all this going on for you, and I let you borrow money, or I did this for you, or I did that for you. And now all of a sudden they want to collect. So I know it could be very insulting, especially if you came out of a time where you've been struggling and you're just barely catching your breath. You're like, damn, can I breathe? Can you give me a second here? Can I come up for air for a couple of minutes before you jump on me for something? So I can understand. I can understand the frustration, but understand and know that at least you're making progress, and your progress is showing. People see that you're making progress, right? Knight of Pentacles also wants you to know that the progress that you're making, that this is going to be long lasting as long as you stick to it, okay? That Taurus full moon we just had was all about bringing us permanent stability, like stability and permanence. And maybe you've been coming out of a cycle where you're like, man, you know, and I used this example in one of the other readings, but maybe you're coming out of a cycle where it's like you're building these sandcastles and the waves are just coming in and knocking them down and dragging them out. And you build it again, and then another wave comes and demolishes it, you know? And you're just like, man, I can't seem to catch a break. No matter what I do, it's like slipping through my hands. And so Knight of Pentacles is saying that time is over. That quicksand kind of time is over. Now you can take one step in front of the other. And as long as you stay committed, and as long as you stay stay focused and keep on track, the progress that you're making is going to last and continue and grow and expand. You're coming into long-term success. The one thing about the Knight of Pentacles, he is the slowest moving knight in the tarot. He takes his sweet ass time, but he is very, very, very dependable, and you can count on the work that he does. It's accurate. It has longevity. It is long lasting. So you are going to find that that's going to happen, you know, as you're staying focused, staying the course. You might not have this big boom overnight jackpot, but you're going to consistently progress and consistently come into abundance, the kind of abundance that is going to be here to stay. Not like a flash of luck, not like a temporary little, you know, wave of good stuff coming in that's going to be gone, but permanent, long-lasting, positive, abundant change. Okay? Your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, my darlings, is... do you know what this is? Guess. Number 7, Major Arcana. This is the Chariot, my darlings. Oopsie. So, the Chariot is a Major Arcana card, and the Major Arcana cards come up when we're at a significant crossroads where we're going to make a big life choice or life decision, and the thing that's happening has to do with our life lessons, like what we came here to learn, a big soul lesson, soul contract, life purpose kind of thing. It's a moment in which there's a divine influence or a divine intervention, or our angels are really around us around this significant time. It's a significant decision in our life. So when the Chariot comes up, it's actually going to be about movement, and it's going to be about picking a direction, choosing a direction. Libra, I feel like some of you are preparing to go in a direction physically, like a physical move in which you're leaving someone behind. And it might be difficult and it might be challenging, but you might be feeling led to do this, okay? And so when the Major Arcana cards come up, they let us know that we are being led to do this. We're being led to go in this direction. And it's like maybe a card where you're going for a little bit and like finding yourself, or you're finding where you're getting settled. The Chariot asks you to pick a direction. Choose what you want. Figure out what you want. Make a decision. Stay focused in that direction, and your angels and guides will help you make it happen. I always say this when the Chariot comes up. It always makes me think of the quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson when he said, once you make a decision, the universe conspires to make it happen. And I always said, God willing, if it be the will of God. That's just my belief. Some people don't believe in God, and that's I'm not going to tell you what you have to believe. But when the major arcana comes up, it tells us that we are tapping into God energy. We are tapping into something above us, that we are being directed by a higher power to go in a certain direction. You just have to choose to accept it. Once you accept it, then your guides can come in and help you move in that direction. So you need to get clear about what you want and where you're wanting to head, and if you are open to receiving this. Sometimes for us to achieve abundance or love, we have to accept change. Not sometimes, all the time, really, to be honest with you, all the time. So that's what's happening here, my darlings. You're going to have to choose the direction, or you're going to have to choose or be willing to go on this journey. And once you're in agreement with it, once you're aligned with it, you're going to be going on this journey of change. Chariot also tells you that a lot of the success that's going to be coming in for you, you're doing it on your own, and that's a part of your life lesson. So maybe you've been waiting for like a relationship partner, like to be your I don't want to say your security blanket, but like your company in that process. Or you've been looking for the perfect business partner to get something off the ground, and Chariot is saying, nope, you're doing this on your own, because you're meant to do it on your own. You're not meant to be alone forever. You'll have business partners, you'll have relationship partners, you'll have all that good stuff, but for right now, the lesson for you is to learn what you're able to accomplish, just you and your higher power, without relying on other people. All right. And that could be a part of where there's the potential in the beginning of the week for the blowout, because you might be coming into your independence and somebody's still trying to hold on to you or make you feel like you owe them in some way. And you're just like, hey, can I just get a moment, please? Can I get a moment to get this figured out? So Libra, don't take it personal. Right? But, and be prepared. Be prepared for the changes. We're going to see what's coming up for you, what your spirit message is for the week. And as always, my darlings, I encourage you to watch your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks those are going to be more, those are going to resonate with you more than others some weeks. But overall, it can also add a little extra tidbits of information. So your card here is Divine Companion. Oh my God. You guys, I love it when that happens. I love it when that happens. We were just talking about how some of you are feeling discouraged because you've been wanting like someone to come in and go through this process with you, go through this transition with you. And Spirit said, hey, you have the Chariot card for the reason. The Chariot is like a one-man vehicle here. You're meant to do this on your own. But understand and know that the changes you're going through and the direction you're headed in is going to lead you to this divine companion. Okay? You're not meant to be alone for all eternity of time. But what's happening, I feel, for many of you Libras is you are evolving. You're coming out of a darkness. You're coming out of a toxic situation. You're coming out of really low vibrational people. From the time you were very young, some of you around very, very toxic, low vibrational people. So if you want to find your divine companion, you must move out of that circle. Okay? You're going to have to go where the higher vibration is, and that's where you're being led. And some of you are saying, Spirit is telling me, someone out there at least is saying, I met my person and I blew my chance. I met my divine companion and I moved my chance. I should have jumped and I didn't jump. Like I should have taken the opportunity and I didn't take the opportunity. Spirit is saying is that what's meant to work out is going to work out. It can circle back. And something in the process of that parting was a gift to you and a gift to them, right? Like it helped them kind of find themselves and get themselves together, and it maybe helped you to do the same. And it's you both of you, once you're fully on your path, then your paths will cross again, because sometimes that happens. Sometimes we meet the right person, but we meet them at a time where we're not ready to take it to the next level. We can only take a certain amount of it, right? We can only take a certain dose of that medicine. And when it's time for the next dose, then it will meet up again. Okay, so don't be too hard on yourself. Just focus on what you're being guided to do and how you're being guided to change, and know that you're coming into this permanent abundance and, you know, finding a sense of home and being settled. Okay, I really think a lot of you are looking for that, and that's where you're headed, and you will have your divine companion. So don't feel discouraged, my darlings. I highly recommend that you watch the November love reading, even if you're not necessarily like, oh, I have to find my companion right now. Even if you're happily single, or even if you feel happy in your current relationship. The reason why I suggest you watch it is Spirit led me for the November love readings, because November was going to have a lot of intense energy. Spirit led me to channel. So even though it's my voice in those videos, it's not me talking. It's my voice, but it's Spirit's words. And so when I've channeled like that, I've found that a lot of the information that comes out is very helpful, not just in love life, but in other ways as well. In fact, I received such positive response for the channeled videos that I did a Taurus full moon message channeled. You can check that out on the channel as well. And then I'm going to be channeling every month for you guys from now on. You'll still get the weekly forecasts like this where it's regular. The channeling scares some people. A couple people did tell me, I did see in the comments, a couple people were like, that was scary. I didn't like it. I feel like it's not you. And I understand that, you know, I get that. So if you don't like the channeling videos, if they're scary for you, you don't have to watch them. You'll still have these weekly forecasts, and you'll still have a regular love video every month. But I'm going to throw in, I'm going to add once a month channeling, and we'll see if we're going to do it by zodiac sign or not. We'll figure it out. But I thank you all for watching. If you would like to schedule a private reading, go ahead and click on the Calendly link in the description of the video. I thank you for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and I'm wishing you a fabulous week, my dears.